Dear students of grade 9, welcome to this English lesson about relative pronouns. أعزائي طلاب الصف التاسع الأساسي، أهلا وسهلا بكم في هذا الدرس الجديد من مادة اللغة الإنجليزية حول موضوع relative pronouns ضمائر الوصل. كما تعلمون we have three relative pronouns. لدينا 3 ضمائر وصل ألا وهي who, which and that. ولكل واحد من هذه الضمائر استخدام معين. But first, to start our lesson, لنبدأ درسنا بهذا السؤال. Why do we use relative pronouns? Why do we use relative pronouns? لماذا نستخدم ضمائر الوصل؟ What is the importance of relative pronouns? ما هي أهمية استخدام ضمائر الوصل؟ كما تعلمون أعزائي الطلاب relative pronouns are used to describe حتى توصف، نستخدمها لتوصف or tell more information أو تعطينا معلومات إضافية about a person حول شخص or a thing أو شيء ما that has been mentioned تم ذكر هذا الاسم الشخص أو الشيء قبل قليل أو للتو. إذن عندما نذكر شخص أو نذكر شيء ما ونريد أن نعطي وصفا له أو نعطي معلومات معينة حول هذا الشخص أو الشيء فإننا نستخدم ضمائر الوصل relative pronouns who, which and that. But these relative pronouns, as we said, have specific use. لديها استخدامات خاصة. كما تعلمون أحباب الطلاب who تستخدم with people مع الأشخاص مع الناس. إذن نستخدم who مع الأسماء العاقل مع العاقل who مع العاقل. which تستخدم مع الأشياء with things. So who with people, which with things. But what about that? That can be used for both, for people and thing. For people and things. Yes. In this lesson, we are going to focus on who and which. What about that? No, we will not talk about that. We will focus and talk only about who and which. Again, who used for people and which used for things. Okay. Now, dear students, let's have this sentence and discuss it together. Read with me. That is the teacher. ذلك هو المعلم. That is the teacher who teaches English. What do we use here? ماذا استخدمنا في هذه الجملة? Who or which? Excellent. We used who. Why? Because the noun in the first sentence لأن الاسم في الجملة الأولى which is the teacher is a person هو شخص وبالتالي عاقل. وكما قلنا نستخدم who للتعبير أو للدلالة أو لوصف أو لإعطاء معلومات إضافية حول شخص. وبالتالي استخدمنا who because of the word teacher, the teacher. Now, who teaches English? الذي يعلم اللغة الإنجليزية. الذي يعلم اللغة الإنجليزية. This is a relative clause. هذه relative clause جملة وصفية لمن؟ للاسم الموجود في الجملة الأولى. إذن لدينا جملتين. That is the teacher. هذه جملة. Who teaches English? الذي يعلم اللغة الإنجليزية. This is another sentence. But here we join these two sentences using who. ولكن هنا ربطنا كلتا الجملتين باستخدام ضمير الوصل who. That is the teacher who teaches English. ذلك هو المعلم الذي. إذن who أتت هنا بمعنى الذي. Who teaches English الذي يعلم اللغة الإنجليزية. إذن استخدمنا who بسبب وجود كلمة teacher وهي عاقل. teacher معلم عاقل. Okay. Let's study these examples. We have a group of examples. Let's study them. Number 1. The boy, read with me. The boy who Look here, we used who because the boy is a person, شخص، وبالتالي عاقل، لذلك استخدمناه. The boy who won the race، الولد الذي فاز في السباق، is my brother، هو أخي. Okay, let's see another one. But before, remember, we used here who to describe the boy. Which boy? Who won the race? الذي فاز بالسباق. Another example. The car, السيارة هي شيء غير عاقل. Excellent. So we here have to say which. The car which I bought is very fast. السيارة التي اشتريتها is very fast، سريعة. أي سيارة؟ ما هي السيارة التي نتحدث عنها؟ ما هي السيارة السريعة؟ which I bought، التي أنا اشتريتها. إذن which here we used here which because of the car، بسبب وجود كلمة the car، السيارة، وهي شيء غير عاقل. This is a thing، شيء غير عاقل. Okay, another example. That is the painter. ذلك هو الدهان، الرجل الذي يدهن البيت، وبالتالي هو عاقل، لذلك استخدمنا كما ترون who painted our house، الذي دهن بيته. Who because of the painter. The last example. This is the book. This is the book. The book is a thing. So we have to use which. That is the book which I read last week. الذي قرأته بالأمس. So which is used because of the word the book. Okay, dear students. Now let's see these four ones. We have the car, the boy who, the car which, the painter who, and the book which. What can you understand from these four phrases? ماذا تستطيع أن تستوعب، أن تستنتج من خلال هذه الأربع جمل؟ The boy who, the painter who, the car which, the book which. Excellent. هذا يلخص الدرس وهدف الدرس، ألا وهو بأننا نستخدم who مع الأسماء العاقلة. The boy, the painter, who. ونستخدم which مع الأسماء غير العاقلة. The car, the book, which. That's it. Now, dear students, let's only discuss now about who. لنناقش فقط الآن جمل عن who. So, as you can see, we use who to describe people. To talk about engineers, doctors, nurses, teachers, businessmen, and so on. So, let's remember together that we use the relative pronoun who. نستخدم ضمير الوصل who بما الذي أو التي in sentences about people. About people. As you can see, we use it to describe or talk about people. Let's see this example. Number one. Tom is the boy who got a full mark. Tom هو الطالب أو الولد الذي حصل على علامة كاملة. Who استخدمنا who ضمير الوصل who لنعبر عن الطالب. من هو هذا الولد؟ Who got a full mark؟ الذي حصل على علامة كاملة. Another example. I talked to the taxi driver. أنا تحدثت مع سائق السيارة التاكسي. Which one? Which taxi driver? We have millions of taxi drivers. لدينا الملايين من سائقي التاكسي، ولكن هنا خصصنا هذا السائق وأعطينا وصفا له. The taxi driver who drove us home. الذي قادنا إلى البيت، الذي أوصلنا إلى البيت. نعم، هنا خصصنا هذا السائق باستخدام إعطاء وصف له باستخدام ضمير الوصل who. Now, this is a question for you, an activity for you to do. Join the two sentences. لنربط الجملتين. Use who. لنستخدم ضمير الوصل who. Look, we have the first sentence, الجملة الأولى. I saw a man. I saw a man. الجملة الثانية. He plays tennis. Which man? أي رجل he plays tennis. الذي يلعب التنس. Now you have to join these two sentences. يجب عليك عزيز الطالب أن تربط كلتا الجملتين باستخدام ضمير الوصل. لننظر معا. في البداية نضع أو نكتب الجملة الأولى كما هي بدون أي تغيير. بالتالي نقول I saw a man. I saw a man. لننظر إلى الاسم في هذه الجملة. A man. Man is a person. هو شخص وبالتالي عاقل. إذا سنستخدم هو. الآن ما المشكلة في النقطة أو نقطة الوقف في الجملة الأولى؟ ننظر هنا. لأننا سوف نربط كلتا الجملتين معا فلا داعي لوجود النقطة. No need for the full stop, so we delete the full stop. Here we use who and then we complete the rest of the sentence using the sentence number 2. الآن أعزائي الطلاب نضع باقي الجملة من الجملة الثانية ولكن لننتبه إلى الضمير الموجود في الجملة الثانية ألا وهو he. هنا we have to delete this pronoun. يجب علينا أن نحذف هذا الضمير وبالتالي تصبح الجملة I saw a man who plays tennis. رأيت رجلا الذي أنا أعطي وصفا لهذا الرجل الذي يلعب تنس. Who plays tennis. Okay, another one. She called Mona. She called Mona. She is a good cook. She is a good cook. Here we have to join these two sentences using the relative pronoun who. So, first of all, we have to write the first sentence without any change. So it becomes she called Mona. Now, Mona is a person, so we have to use who. But first, remember to delete the full stop of the first sentence. And then we can write who. She called Mona, who, and before writing the second sentence, which has the description, which has the information about the first sentence, we have to delete the pronoun she. So it becomes, who is a good cook? So it becomes, she called Mona, who is a good cook. That's it, dear students. And now let's move to the third sentence. They arrested the thief. They arrested the thief. Which thief? He stole the bank. الذي سرق المصرف. The same. What should we do here? Excellent. We have to write the first sentence. They arrested the thief. And then we have to delete the full stop of the first sentence and then use who. Who? The thief. اللص. Who? الذي. Which thief? أي لص. Who stole the bank. As you can see, we deleted he, the pronoun that refers to the thief. They arrested the thief who stole the bank. Now, dear students, we finished talking about who. Now let's move to which. As you can remember, we use the relative pronoun which in sentences about animals or things. About animals or things. This is a building, this is a cat, this is a car, this is a bag, and so on. So, let's study these examples together to see how we use which in sentences to talk about animals and things. The story which I read was interesting. Which story? That or which I read. So we have used which because the story is a thing. My mom saw the dish. Which dish? Which I broke. الذي كسرته. So here we used which because it refers to the dish and the dish is a thing. شيء غير عاقل لذلك استخدمنا which. Now dear students, this activity is for you to do with me. So pay attention please. Join the two sentences لنربط كلتا الجملتين use which باستخدام ضمير الوصل which. This is the first sentence. This is the TV program. The second sentence, which has the description or the information about the first one, it is interesting. So we will talk about the TV program and say it is interesting. So how can we join these two sentences together using which? باستخدام ضمير الوصل which. هنا نقول نفس الخطوات التي اتبعناها مع ربط الجمل باستخدام who. نقول بأننا write the first sentence without any change. نكتب الجملة الأولى بدون أي تغييرات. This is the TV program. And remember to delete the full stop of the first sentence, and then we can use the relative pronoun which. Then we complete the sentence, but remember we have to delete the pronoun. So it becomes, this is the TV program which is interesting. Which is interesting. So the TV program that I saw, which I saw, is interesting. Another example we have, I saw a river, river, نهر, وبالتالي شيء غير عاقل. It was polluted, كان ملوثا. The first sentence is written, I saw the river. Which river? Which? So before using which here, we have to delete the full stop and then write which, then the rest of the sentence. I saw the river which was polluted. Which was polluted, and remember to delete the pronoun in the second sentence. Okay, I did an experiment. عملت تجربة. It went wrong. كانت خاطئة أو فشلت. Now, let's join together. Think, dear students, think and work with me. The first sentence, we write it as it is. I did an experiment. Experiment, تجربة, شيء غير عاقل. So we have to use which. But before using which, remember to delete the full stop. Then we use which, then the rest of the sentence, but remember to delete the pronoun in the second sentence, which went wrong. I did an experiment, which went wrong. Which went wrong. And now, dear students, we have come to the end of our lesson. But before we end the lesson, we have to practice who and which. أحبابي الطلاب، لقد وصلنا لنهاية درسنا، ولكن قبل الختام لنأخذ هذا التمرين أو النشاط معا لنراجع ونطبق ما تعلمناه في الدرس حول استخدام ضمائر الوصل who and which. Okay, now the question, complete the sentences. لنكمل الجمل, use who or which. الجملة فيها فراغ، مطلوب منك أن تضع إما هو أو which. لنتذكر معا قبل البدء بهذا النشاط بأننا نستخدم who لنعبر عن person or people، أما which إننا نستخدمها لنعبر عن animal or thing حول شخص، حول شيء أو حيوان ما، وبالتالي نستخدم which لغير العاقل. Okay, number one, the water is in the pool isn't safe to drink. The water, so you will say, excellent, the water which is in the pool isn't safe to drink. So, the water which, here we used which because the water is a thing. 2. The people, الناس, live upstairs are Syrian. Okay, the people, you will say who, excellent. 3. Our teacher asks questions. Our teacher asks questions. يسأل أسئلة. Questions. Excellent, you will tell me it is which. Questions which are very easy. Okay, number 4, the teacher asks easy questions is friendly. Which teacher? You will tell me the teacher. It is a person, so we use the teacher who. The teacher who asks easy questions is friendly. So this is the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you got benefits and enjoyed your time with me. أحبابي الطلاب، ها قد وصلنا لنهاية درسنا. أتمنى من الله أن تكونوا قد استمتعتم واستفدتم من هذا الدرس، وإلى لقاء آخر. أستودعكم الله، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.